you realize those thoughts don't define you. They're just experiences on your path. And if you could overcome that, you can overcome anything. So if I was you, I would go back to this campsite and overcome it and see, I'm making this perception in my head of all these emotions that I perceive are going to happen here, and none of them happen here. So I would put the campfire, I would make your own yagna, and I would throw all those emotions in there and watch them burn. And none of these emotions define my soul. Like, I can overcome anything. I'm a Kriya yogi. What, like Brian said, we're Americans. We're not Americans, right? This the best you got emotions? Oh, I burn this. I eat this for dinner every day in the fire. Swaha, 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 swaha. You know what? Swaha, right? Like, yes. Oh, you know, like these emotions, these roadblocks, these resistance, these obstacles, I burn them all in the fire. So I would go directly to that campsite, make your own campfire, your own yagna, and burn them all up, you know? And good advice. We live in the present moment. What happened in the past is just water under the bridge anyway. It's gone, you know? Attaching to something you can't control or can't change, that's already finished, is a waste of time. Be as happy as you can in the present moment, and don't let past memories define your present moment.
Yeah, and what's working for me right now, maybe this could help you, Paul, is that whenever I am aware that I'm having these negative thoughts, I just nip it in the bud, and I say, okay, I'm gonna do Ganesha's mantra. I'm just gonna do Ganesha's mantra. I'm just gonna do Ganesha's mantra. And every time I start having negative thoughts, I just feel that. I say that in my head, and then if I'm not saying it, if I feel some emotion or some thought that's stronger, I just say, I give it to Ganesha, or I give it to Babaji, and that's it. And that's all I'm doing. And it seems maybe simple, but for me, it's really powerful in like getting me out of patterns, you know?
True.
So like, if you can like get yourself out of patterns, maybe you don't need to challenge yourself by going to that campsite, but like maybe that would be a good challenge as well. Yeah, where you can prove to yourself, you know, by taking action that that you can overcome that. Yeah. So exactly. I think it's a good suggestion too. So.
And it wasn't stressful. Even this situation where they tried to fight me, I was in a calm, meditative, peaceful state, and they couldn't understand why. Like this guy kept saying, fight me, stop walking, fight me, and I wouldn't stop walking. And it was like, when this happened, I kind of saw him coming, and I knew he didn't like me, but I don't know why he doesn't like me. Who knows? But, you know, I was like, oh boy, here he comes. So my Babaji voice was like, get up, let's walk, you know? And he was like, fight me. And I'm like, I'm leaving. And I just kept walking. He was like, stop walking and fight me. And I just kept walking. It was like Babaji was like, we got this here. We know what to do. Don't worry. Just listen, you know? Walk. Turn this way. Turn that way. And, you know, he got out of breath and he just stopped walking. So I was like, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm not going to engage you. So like these situations, when you're divinely protected, they kind of take care of themselves, you know? So that's the way I would say it. Like, and, you know, I even surprised myself. And I was thinking when the incident was happening, I was like, I've been here before. I've lived this before, you know, like this, I know exactly what to do in this case. Like, it was weird, like in a parallel universe. Huh?
Was it like a deja vu type thing?
It was like deja vu, but even more, like I've lived this already. Like I know this situation because I've been through it before. So I was like cool, calm, and collective. Like it was like water off a duck's back. Like I was gonna say, Paul, just to let you know, Veronica and Brian are aware, but Chad sent me an email on Monday that he no longer wants to be a part of the school.
Oh,
so,
man.
Yeah, it was disheartening news for me too, because I was hoping we were gonna start this together and end it together, but he has his other endeavors that he wants to do, and so I told him I can't leave our students behind, so we will be moving forward with or without him. But yeah, it was sad news for me too, like, damn it. And we just had a very dynamic Babaji birthday.
Yeah.
Babaji turned 1,821. 108 names of Babaji was very profound and dynamic, and all the mantras and all the blessings from Babaji. So I was like, and then we had a yagna the next day, which was profound also, continuing the celebration. So I was like, well, if you don't feel that, then you can't feel anything. and then I woke up and he sent me an email, and I was like, damn, you know, like I thought for sure that was probably the most dynamic class we ever had. But you know, I understand too. Chad's got a lot of irons in the fire, so it is what it is. So yeah, that was sad news when I heard that. But
what about him staying on as a student, or would he show up at the satsangs or anything like that?
Yeah, he's welcome to come anytime. Like this is his home too. Like if he doesn't want to be a administrator, he's always welcome. I mean, I actually started this school, and one of the benefits was so Chad could learn about Kriya Yoga. He's always talking about stories about Yogananda and everything. That's one thing, but we're doing Kriya Yoga. We're learning the actual techniques. And so he's always welcome to here. He has a front row seat anytime. Like he can always be on StreamYard, or he could watch the class later. I mean, he's always welcome. But he does, how could I put this? He lost his job about a couple months ago, which you probably saw his videos on Open Your Reality. So now he's scrambling to figure out how to pay the bills. So, you know, I guess the Kriya Yoga School doesn't have as many members as he would like, but it's okay. But yeah, he's always welcome to be a student or come here, or, you know, engage anytime he wants. Yeah, so if you go back, I think it's like the 37th class to the 37th class, I demonstrated the technique of Shakti Path Pranayama, how you can transmute your energy, keep it for yourself, or you could transmute it to your loved ones and try to heal them through your inner Shakti and your inner prana.
Nice.
Yeah, and Vedagurudev did it to me online, and I had an amazing dream that night. So it does work.
Very cool. I'm starting class 5 next, and a lot of times I retake them, you know, because I get away from them for a while. So I just retake the last one, and so I did class 4 I think a couple nights ago, and so class 5 is next. But that would be my first one for that one. So I am going slow. I've been so busy I'm so mad at myself. I'm so sorry, but I have been out there killing flies. You know, I'm such a bad yogi student.
Oh, it's all good. We forgive you. Don't beat yourself up about it, you know. Whatever's necessary to do, it's okay. You know?
I work in a deli, and so I just have to.
So Vanessa, how's the job hunt? Did you find work over there?
I do have a job that I'm going to start in January, and it's casual, but I wanted it to stay casual because it's a distance job, so I want to have a little bit more control of how often I go away for work. And I've applied very reluctantly back to the hospitals here, so we'll see. It's like,
what's the atmosphere in the hospitals? Are there any like outbreaks, or are they worried about that, or is there a threat level or anything like that?
I did a month in a hospital as a travel nurse here just recently, and I don't miss it, honestly. I think our system is failing, in my opinion, and it's busy and people are overworked and tired, and well, I don't think there's any change. And there are some people that are very scared of stuff. So it's a whole different world I don't recognize anymore. Like, I don't feel like I fit into it anymore, if that makes sense. Maybe it's because I've stepped away off the hamster wheel for so many years that I'm like, I don't want to go back to that sense of life where you're worked like a dog. And it's so I'm trying to balance it out. I'm trying to figure it out. But I did get a job. I guess that's the end thing. In a hospital. So I'm grateful for that.
We were just talking about that type of consciousness, Vedagurudev, right? In the grind, right? You want to grind, keep going, keep going. It's like,
and I used to thrive off that, and I actually, when I was like, I used to love this, and I thought,
the adrenaline.
And I'm like, I was in a constant state of high cortisol, and I like just finally kind of like, I feel like I've been healing all year. And to go back to that for a month, I'm like, I need out of this. I can't do this mentally.
Yeah.
And which I'm like, where do I fit into the world anymore? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out still. So.
Yeah, the same for me. Like when I used to DJ, I used to love the grind. Like, get on the airplane, go there, people, hands in the air. Now I can't even recognize it. Like, what was I doing? Like, this is hell, you know? Like, a couple weeks ago, a month ago, I went to a big concert, and I just I couldn't relate. Like, I was like, I'm out of place. Like, this doesn't serve me anymore. Yeah. This music industry craziness, like, it doesn't appeal. It doesn't serve me. Like, I'm like, I know my daughter wants me to be here, and I'm trying to support her, but like, this music's terrible, you know? Like, what am I doing here? I'm so out of place, you know? Like, where can I find a quiet spot to meditate? Oh man, I'm so confused. Let me get out of here, you know?
Like, I thrived off the busy of the emerge. I'm like, trauma, bring it on. Let's just do this. And it's like,
right.
And I'm like, it was so mentally exhausting. And the sick people, I mean, I'm like, has it always been like this? I feel like it's the same, but I'm like, it's shocking, I'm like, when I look back at myself from years ago, I'm like, I almost don't even recognize that person, but yeah, that was so me back then. So I'm like, yeah, it's an interesting realization. And I'm like, I feel like the world creates this fake chaos that doesn't have to be chaotic.
True.
They keep you busy in this chaos so that you can't be where I guess we're at now, sort of thing. So definitely went through lots of feelings that month, and I'm like, nope, I'm not playing your game anymore, kind of thing. And I don't know. So
I understand completely. Me too. It doesn't resonate with me anymore.
How often do you visit the States to like see your brother and your mom?
Once or twice a year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We should have a like Kriya yoga retreat when you come back next time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be fun, actually.
Yeah.
Does your mom live in Miami?
No, she lives in Georgia, outside of Atlanta.
Yep, nice.
My brother lives in Santa Monica, California. By the pier.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice. So he lives like 1 mile from Lake Shrine, you know, Yogananda's place.
Oh, yeah.
SRF. So I've been there like 1 million times.
Wow, that's very cool. Have you been there, Veronica?
No. I'd like to try. I'll pause here. I think I'm going to remove this banner. Is that okay, Ved?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. It seemed like a good idea for Christmas, but it's not quite working. Yeah. Namaste,
okay.
Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Namaste. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, but if you have good energy, people can't really steal your energy because you're an energy factory. You create constant energy. So like they'll try to steal it, but you have your shield up, your protection up, so it's harder for them to steal it. And the only way they could really steal your energy if they kind of lower your vibration,
or if I let them.
Yeah, if you let them, you know. So you kind of walk through life blissfully, and negative energy doesn't like that. You know, I see in my case, like when I walk around with a big smile on my face, it offends some people, but
how dare you be happy?
how dare you be happy? You know, like what?
How annoying.
You know, and they find it offensive to them. Like, why is this person happy? They should be miserable like me. Like my mother used to say, misery enjoys company, you know, like, so I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to be a blissed out yogi, walking through life, having a good time. So, you know, I look at it this way too. Like, in the Bible, they say, yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil. So I just look at myself as the light and darkness, like, you know, no matter what they're saying, just light, walking straight, you know, not attached, don't care about anything any of you say, just trying to be the light and darkness here, you know, too much darkness. I brought some light. Get your light out of here. We like being in the darkness. No, I carry darkness wherever I go. So if you don't want to be around light, go somewhere else. You know, you change, not me. I know I'll never change.
Yeah. I'll start running.
If the darkness thinks the light is going to change or adjust for it, they're dreaming. I don't adjust for no darkness. I only adjust for light, right? So if the light is too bright around here and it offends you, go somewhere else. You know, we're trying to bring light to people, as many people. I try to look at myself as like a lighthouse. I'm looking for those Kriya yogis out there. Where's that boat? Put that light on that boat, you know?
Yeah.
Come on in. Let's go. Let's get to work, you know?
Yeah. If you like the light, you'll be drawn in.
If the light makes you sick, then you don't need to be around me. Because we're holding up the white flag. We're not holding up the black flag around here. So, you know, black flag, go somewhere else. White flag, let's get to work. You know.
Yeah. Oh, Cristobal's here.
Oh,
hi, Cristobal.
Namaste,
Hello.
Cristobal.
So happy to see you.
Happy New Year 2025.
Yes. You know, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You sound good.
You know, I used to wash dishes in an Hindu temple in Austin. And I can hear myself double. That's terrible. Okay. So, I just remember it was so wild because it's a memory I'll take with me forever, because everyone for the rest of the month of January, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Everyone just like over and over again. I mean, just big bellied, barrel-chested. You know, they just kept doing it, and every time it was very uplifting and very. You just can't. Talk about, you know, a beacon of light. Those guys knew how to celebrate. You know, they were just so genuinely happy all the time. And these are just I guess you would call them parishioners, or the church attendees. It's not really a church, but I was at work remembering those guys, and I'm like, nobody's like that here where I'm at. And I said, Happy New Year to the guy at the gas station. He goes, humbug.
Like,
So,
yeah.
I just think it's funny.
Yeah, some people don't want that positive energy. Like,
Well,
I tell you,
Crystal, I got some good news for you.
What's that?
Happy New Year! 2025! Happy New Year! Woo, 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 woo. Happy New Year! No bug humbug at the Kriya Yoga School. Happy New Year!
Yes.
Happy New Year 2020!
yeah. Vedagurudev just sent me a video of him on New Year's Eve, and there's beautiful fireworks, and he's screaming "Happy New Year!" He's all blissed out.
Yeah, I went to dinner with my friend, and right outside they had like a countdown celebration, and I was like, why not? I'm gonna enjoy her. I didn't really plan on this, but I'm gonna enjoy it. So I went there during the countdown and filmed that video. Happy New Year.
I think we should do that I think we should be that way for the rest of the month, guys.
Yeah, every day should be Happy New Year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy New Year, the whole month of January. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do I have? I have one of these. They gave me this. Let me see if it works. Woo! Woo! Happy New Year!
Yeah, things just kind of come together when you have the right intentions. I was just talking to Vedagurudev, and some of these things I didn't plan out at all. Like the syncing, like Vedagurudev just gave me some sections of the Satsang, and like everything was just as so. Like the video of the class, we're in like deep meditation, it looks like, and I didn't plan that. It's just and Satsang, it's really conveying what's true about the school, basically in the video. And a lot of that, I think Babaji's guided me because I didn't plan it. I'm just doing my best. And it just kind of came together. So even in the Satsang part of that video, I think that time it must have been windy or something, and the fire is like so huge. And so if Vedagurudev, you would have taken a Satsang where like it was raining or something, it would have been like, oh, that's a weak fire. But there's like huge fire, and so like even the I generated that image of that yogi. It took a while to get that on the mountain, and I'm like, hey, wait a second, that yogi, I was just thinking this like literally a couple days ago. I'm like, that yogi looks familiar, and it's basically the exact type of silhouette as Vedagurudev has on his after his videos. He has like the sticker that he puts on there, and it's like the same. But I didn't plan that. I wasn't like, oh, let's match to this. It just sort of happened, and so I'm sort of blown away by that as well, because I have no idea what I'm doing, and I just tried hard and it just came together. So yeah, it's a story in itself. So yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Brian, I don't know how any of this stuff really happened. Like I don't know how I went up the Himalayan mountains. I don't know how I met my guru. I don't know how I got on this path at all. It just kind of came together, and I just kind of got out my own way and just enjoyed the roller coaster ride of Kriya Yoga, the Kriya Yoga journey.
Here's something I've been thinking about. I can't believe that I agreed to reincarnate here. I don't know, but sometimes I look at my life, I'm like, I can't believe that I made a choice to reincarnate here, and that there's a waiting list. to come here. But then I think maybe this is a great place and it is hard. Maybe that's the fastest way to like to work on my karma. That's why this world is set up the way it is and why it's so hard, because that's, you know, that, and maybe being here I've heard that Earth years aren't, it's just like a blip. But I don't know, do you think that we agreed to come here?
Well, what my intuition kind of tells me that what they say is on the astral plane in peace and harmony, it's kind of boring. So you're kind of looked at as a hero because you go to this lower vibrating realm and try to grow your soul and find your way back on the path. So that would be my kind of intuition, what kind of happens. So like, but like I always say, I've had enough of this physical realm.
Yes.
You know, I've seen enough. Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm trying to upgrade my soul, but man, it's a war zone out here. Like, it's constant attacks on your consciousness. Like, you know, like, but I kind of feel like ascended masters and people in the astral plane kind of look at you as doing the real work, on the front line work. Like, so I kind of find, like you, I kind of find it hard to believe that I would want to leave that realm of peace and harmony and come back to this crazy war zone I'm in now.
Yeah, because I have days, I'm like, did I agree to this?
Yeah, like they say, every day as a yogi is a test. Like, there's some days that are just like, I'm going back to bed. I can't. This is too much for me.
Yeah,
like,
right, I don't know.
The pieces of the puzzle are not aligning today, so I'm gonna call it a day and I'm gonna just go to sleep. But yeah, other days they're blissful beginning to end. So it's kind of a roller coaster. It's kind of up and down. Like I said, it's a zigzag more than a straight line. So I always wake up and say to Babaji, all right, how you gonna surprise me today? And when I go outside my house, I'm like, they're out here. They're driving every crazy which way. And my head's got to be on the swivel. Where you at? Where you at? I know you're around here. You're out here. So, like, every day is a test. You got to kind of take a deep breath. Like, all right, let's get out there. They're coming, you know. But if you kind of have that mindset and that perspective, like you see the beauty in the world, not the craziness, you enjoy it more, right? And you kind of laugh at the craziness like it is, like a comedy show. Like, these crazy monkeys are still throwing poop on each other. You know, like, oh boy, you know. And in Thailand, they're driving every which way. Like, they're driving the wrong way. A motorcycle, millions. So, like, all right, well, I know they're out here. If I think it's going to be perfect and everybody's going to drive in a straight line, then I'm living in Maya myself. Once you kind of change that mindset and perspective, you're like, oh boy, here it comes, you know. Like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When you're in a state of silence, they say silence is the highest teacher. So, like, when you're in silence, you have profound thoughts. You have profound insights. That's when the best insights and wisdom comes to you. The jnana comes to you in silence. That's why many people promote Mona, right? Because they say silence is the best teacher. So Mona is like staying in a state of silence, like not talking. So they recommend 1 day a week stay in Mona, which no talking, because that's when you'll find the highest insights, by just being silent.
Yeah, I love being quiet in my own thoughts, but then when people are around me, they're like, what are you thinking about? People want to know what I'm thinking about. Like, it's none of your business. Like,
I'm in my happy place, leave me alone.
Like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just here, you know. Please don't bother.
yeah.
So true. So true. You know, I have to be honest. You know, since we are in Satsang, we can share everything, right, Vedagurudev?
Yes, absolutely.
So, I'm sorry for this, guys. I have all your pictures, but I don't have your names. So I need to ask you the names, right? So the guy with the glasses. Sorry, man. What's your name?
Cristobal.
Sorry, Chris.
Cristobal. You can just call me Chris. That's fine.
Chris. Good. Bro, I need to ask you something. There is anything that you'd like to take out of your chest? Something that is kind of, I don't know, put you back, goes against you. I just had a feeling when you talked that there is something that you'd like to put out there, and you're not putting. Am I correct, or I'm just going crazy? If I'm wrong, I just go. I'm just saying good night for you guys, and I go.
Oh, no, I was just I'm trying to drink this coffee and it tastes like crap. I can't believe it tastes like this. I was just trying something new right quick and coming in. But no, I really did say it's hard to because it's such a gross taste. And I'm not sure if I should continue drinking it, but I needed the caffeine because I was kind of tired. So, but I basically had homemade almond milk and I put instant coffee in there, but it wasn't a good combination. But yeah, that means, you know, something out of the chest, you know, like I think I said it when I said that, you know, it was one of the best days of my life I've had in the past 7 days, and I've been having a lot of really good days lately. And like someone I follow for like just kind of day-to-day little short advice things, he's like, just do something scary, do something that scares you. And I'm like, you know, maybe, yeah, like do something, you know. It's just like you have this echo, this angel is talking in your ear, so to speak, saying some things and hints, and like, so it just went with it. Like I just knew it was time to, like, normally I would stay and endure and fight and be angry and hold feelings in, but now I just realize this isn't even important enough to, like, I don't want to give it that much light, or this is just something that I'm supposed to walk away from. Like, what kind of idiot dances like this with these kind of people? Like, it's not that important. It's not that important. Like, I could be at home looking for something way better, and in the meantime catching up on, you know, SKOOL, SKOOL, and taking notes and trying to be a remote worker, and doing really well at it. Like, I wish I could be better. I wish I could focus more for like more and more hours, but I'm a little bit ADD. But it's like a muscle, like yogi practice. You just do a little bit every day, and then like you feel the strength, and you feel where there's space to add something, and there's time to add something else, and like it snowballs. But it does take that daily thing every day, whether it's in the morning or before bed, or it takes something and maybe some kind of a plan in the back of your mind, and then like you just know when it's time to do it. So you know, earlier I was just speaking, you know, to help Marianne in a situation that is weird and you feel surrounded, or like 5 crabs in a bucket. Well, you know, if one crab knows about astral projection, I would say, like, get the hell out of there and figure it out.
Sometimes I'll go into a place in Thailand and it would just have bad energy, and I'll just turn around and walk out. Like,
yeah,
this place doesn't feel right, you know? I don't want to be here. I don't care what they got here. I don't want no part of it, you know? So that's the way I look at the music industry too. Like, I don't want no part of this. Like, they're always trying to sell you a dream and you should do this, and I'm like, I don't want to do any of that, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's good that you didn't fall for that when you were young. I don't know. A lot of people would have. So I think that just shows how strong your soul is, that you, being in the music industry, you didn't fall for it. Or haven't, yeah. Like, we'll give you this and that. I think that's a good thing. So
If you keep that awareness of when you're a child, you have discernment of what's right and wrong. At least I did.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to go, like, you know, there's a lot of times, like, you know, maybe if someone grows up in a family and they don't treat the person well, then that person who grows up, they don't treat their child well. It's because they don't have awareness. But if you have awareness, you blow past all of that. And if you learn from a young age, there's a way with your free will to choose the right thing, and then you do it. And I've had that discernment, you know, from when I was younger. So I could never go too far off, you know. Like I went pretty far off, but I was like with veganism and stuff, but that was all for good intentions, you know. Even though I was doing the wrong thing, it was for the right reason, you know. And so yeah, so I think if you're just doing things for the right intentions, eventually God will direct you to where you need to go, you know, as long as you're authentic. But just for me, like you know, people doing drugs or something like that, like it had zero appeal to me because I knew what that would lead to. And so I just never had any desire whatsoever. I mean, the only desire I had is to understand the greater levels of reality in God. And so that's why, you know, guilty as charged, I did do magic mushrooms and stuff like that. But that was for the purpose of discovering God and connecting to something beyond this.
yeah.
You know, so at least it was you know, not like a sort of party lifestyle, sort of egotistical sort of thing. I was just trying to figure it out. And so I think the main thing is just being honest with yourself and having that discernment. Like, I don't have all the answers. I don't really know what's going on, but I just know, like, in general, like, if I do something wrong, I know it, and I'm just trying to do my best, you know. So I think it's really, a lot of these people are living their lie and they're eating their own bullshit, you know. They're believing it. They're too far in. So unfortunately for those people, they're probably gonna have to go in another life. Maybe their next life, they're gonna have to have some tragedy. They're gonna have to break their ego somehow, you know. And before you got in here, we're talking about the mind wipe, which I said it should be called the illusion wipe, or Vedagurudev, he said the Maya wipe.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's how we go back to zero. Because if you remember all your past lives, it's more to attach to. It's like, oh, I was this.
Yeah.
You know, I was a merman in the mermaid world, and it was amazing. Like, I had my merman friends, my mermaid friends.
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Yeah. You realize you're talking. I'm kind of a big deal. I mean, I've been a merman, I've been a dragon, I've been a dog, I've been all kinds of stuff. You know, but we just, like, as a memory wipe, you just cut it all, you know, because that's where God wants you to be. He wants you to be at zero, because the only reality is when you're not attached to anything and you're at zero. So that's the beauty of this quote unquote mind wipe, is that you have an opportunity to be back to zero, and you have an opportunity to come back to God and let go of everything, you know. So
I believe Kriya Yoga is for everybody, and I don't want to be the gatekeeper for it. I just want to give it wholeheartedly and help as many people as I can. So, like, I don't think I'd ever turn anybody down. If you have like a pure intention to learn Kriya Yoga, then by all means, you know, let's get started. And if that's the best kind of payment for me, like, to help people and uplift them in their life and help give them some techniques to get them through their daily life.
Great.
There's not just one guru in your life. There's many gurus in your life, and sometimes we're not ready for a certain one. And I feel like Vedagurudev, you are all-inclusive sort of guru. That's why it's important that you're placed in this position, I think, for reaching out to people online, because that's an all-inclusive space. So I feel like that is your role, and other gurus have different roles. So I think everyone's unique. Like, every snowflake is unique, every guru is unique, every person's unique. So I think we all play our own role, and when we grow closer to God, we kind of realize what our particular role is, right? So I think that's important that we discover individually, and then we will find what path we need to go down.
She says, I have a dream. I win the lottery, not millions, but just enough money to pay off my debts and pay for us all to go together with Vedagurudev to the Himalayas as a group and visit all the beautiful places there, just like in Kyle's video he posted at the Kriya Yoga School. Yes.
Great. Yeah, sounds great. I hope you win the Canadian lottery,
Yeah.
and we could all have a pilgrimage or a yatra to the Himalayan mountains. That would be outstanding.
Yes. All our plane tickets are paid for.
I'm putting that into the universe right now.
I have a question. Who is Jai Baba?
Who?
What do you mean when you say Jai Babaji? She's asking.
Jai Babaji.
Oh, Jai Babaji. That means like
Thank you, Veronica.
victory.
You're welcome.
Jai means victory. So when you say Jai in like a mantra, it's almost like hallelujah Babaji, like all the glory to Babaji, all the praise to Babaji. So like a lot of these mantras have Jai in it, which basically kind of means victory. So in Kriya Kundalini Pranayama, the way we breathe is called Ujjayi breath, which means victorious breath, like we're overcoming the breath. So when we breathe in what's called Ujjayi breath, which is basically like a hissing kind of snoring kind of breath in your throat. And that's the way most yogis breathe. It's called pranayama. So like that's basically Ujjayi means victorious breath. So when we say Jai, it's like victory, like victory to Babaji, victory to Shiva, Jai Babaji, Jai Mataji, Jai whichever deity. We're kind of giving the glory to them, giving like the victory to them, that they're the greatest. So my guru used to say in yoga, I've told this story before, we have like what's called hot potato. We don't want to hold the praise or the ego. We kind of give it to somebody else. So we're always saying Jai to Jai Babaji, he's the greatest. You know, I take no credit for any of this. Babaji's the greatest. So it's like victory to Babaji. So Jai means victory. And when you say it like in Ujjayi, it means victorious breath. Like we're overcoming the breath in pranayama.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Suha.
Thank you.
So I've been doing the Tabali Kriya in the morning just to stretch out my tongue. And,
Tabalabia Kriya, yeah.
Tabaliya Kriya.
Tabalabia. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Tabalabia. What Veronica's saying is we have a tongue stretching exercise where you stretch out your tongue like that, and then you curl it back on the roof of your mouth, which is called K-Cherry Mudra, and that's how we breathe Kriya Kundalini Pranayama.
Yeah, I used it with the training with the Kundalini. We put the regular in certain moving the energy, like an orbit, you know, from left to right or from up to down.
Yeah.
We put the tongue upwards like that and breathe like that.
Yeah, it's called K-Cherry Mudra, where when you the tongue touches the roof of your mouth.
So something unexpected's happened. Like I've been doing that for a couple weeks, and I think my when I do my mantras, they sound better. I don't know, is that something that sounds plausible? I don't know. I was thinking, I think it sounds better. I was thinking maybe it was because of the tongue stretching. So
yeah, it sounds plausible because the more you align your body and center your body, and this is kind of like centering the prana through K-Cherry Mudra and Tabalabia Kriya, it makes, how can I say, your mantras come in one continuous rhythm, so it kind of aligns yourself and clears out the blockages when you're like bringing up the energy from your root to your crown. So like,
yeah,
it sounds perfectly plausible that once you're your body is in more alignment than it was before, then all these pieces of the puzzle kind of fit together and happen kind of naturally.
Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urmaruvame Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urmaruvame Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Mamamritam. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् 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 उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना 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 मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता Let me know when it's 108. ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षेमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृता It's done. 100 more?
10 more. 10
more. Okay, I'll count. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshyamamritat 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 Om त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्
Okay, that's 108. Jai Mahadev.
जय
Hara Hara
महादेव
Mahadev.
हर हर महादेव जय महादेव सबका कल्याण करो सबकी सफरिंग को दूर करो सबको खुश रखो मदर अर्थ को का ख्याल रखो सब जीव जंतु का ख्याल रखो
I'm impressed how Babaji has been glowing for the last
Yes.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Like look at everybody else. They're not really glowing, but he's kept his divine glow the whole time.
yeah
Huh.
So,
he's smiling also
Yeah, he's
it
smiling.
seems like he's smiling for me
Would you, Vedagurudev, would you mind showing us everything on the table that you have? Or I don't know if
Yeah.
that would like mess everything up.
Yeah. Which way you want me to start?
Whatever's close, whatever's easiest for you.
Okay, I'll start from right to left. This is my Babaji statue, full of vibhuti.
The Roksha beads. Wow, he's covered in it.
wow
He has a little dhoti under him right here. Yeah, he has a bunch of Raksha beads and everything. He sits on this P-Tam,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Behind him is the Babaji picture sitting
Love
on
it.
flames. Yeah. That's great. I like that picture too.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
This is Shiva trident. Yeah.
His weapon.
Yeah. Weapon. Here's another Shiva trident.
Wow.
Okay, and now I get the Shiva. Is it? Oh.
I am so sorry. Like, oh.
Yeah, fell down. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Never mind. This
It's
is a picture of Shiva.
Beautiful.
Behind it. I found my Shiva statue.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay.
I didn't mean to mess up everything asking you to do that.
No, it's alright. It helps me pass the time.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep you awake.
Is Yoga Shiva.
Yoga Shiva.
And now like Adi Yoga. Adi Yogi.
Adi Yogi. Adi Yogi.
Adi Yogi.
This is Dancing
wow.
Shiva.
This is called Natarajan.
Right, Natarajan. Right, true.
What do you have hanging on the sides of it? Is that flowers or?
Yeah, just like some flower offering kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's and it's in this kind of bowl, so I do a P shape to give offering. Let me see what else I got. Got this Shivalinga.
Oh, and it has the serpent on it too.
Right. Yeah, serpent.
This is called Sheshnag, I guess.
Yeah. It has,
The egg.
Yeah, it's like crystal. Bling. What else I have? And I have another lingam with a small lingam here too.
And it has the Om symbol on it. Okay.
Yeah, Om right here.
Is that like serpents above it, over the crown?
Yeah.
Yeah, serpent.
Yeah. Like open his hood.
Okay.
Another picture of Shiva.
He looks like a young boy.
Yeah. I think Batuknath, we say the young Shiva Batuknath.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the crystal one, that's pretty.
Yeah.
What else I have? I have Sri Yantra.
Yeah.
It's home.
64 squares. Triangles. What else? Om. Yeah, and then a smaller Sri Yantra.
Nice.
And then, yeah, Babaji.
Babaji.
He stopped glowing, or he's still glowing?
No, he's still bright.
Glowing.
Mataji.
Mataji, she's smiling.
Yeah, she's smiling.
This is a painting Veronica painted for me for the Guru Purnima.
Wow. Can you show that if you can, like, take it off? I can't see it. Wow, beautiful. Wow.
That's me
He's doing
that.
yagya, right?
Yeah, yagya.
He's performing rituals, yagya.
Yeah. See the full moon?
Full moon, yeah. Beautiful, yeah. Very beautiful.
Your first self-portrait as a guru.
Yeah. Anybody can be a spiritual enlightened being in the caves of the Himalayan mountain of the forest with no distractions. But the real spiritual beings go into the middle of New Delhi or Times Square and they keep their spirituality intact in the chaos.
Yeah.
That's when you really achieve mastery over your mind in the chaos, right? So no matter what happens, you keep that calm stillness state, that samadhi. You maintain that samadhi permanent state throughout the day, no matter where you're at or what situation. But life would definitely test you. That is definitely for sure.
Yeah, that's the real test.
As in my case also, you know. I don't want people to think like, Vedagurudev, he don't go through nothing. Oh yeah, I do. I go through a lot also. I just have the tools to overcome. So, you know. So when life tests me, I said, you want to dance? Let's dance, you know. This is the mountain I got to climb? Good. I got hiking boots already. I'm ready to go. I'm a mountain climber now. So I relish the adventure, let's say it like that, you know. But yeah. I also relish the non-adventure also. My mother used to say, no news is good news. So I like that even better. But if I have an adventure, I get my adventure hat on, my Indiana Jones hat on, and I get my whip ready and get to rolling. And whatever obstacles come in my life, then that's what I overcome. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
I'm sorry. No, I was just thinking you're probably just like inspiring people, just keeping your positivity and your vibration up when you go out into the world that you don't want to go out to. So like people just being around you is probably lifting them up, and like maybe that's raising their vibration too. Just being in your presence.
Absolutely. That's what I aim to be, collectively raising the vibration of everybody I'm around, or the whole country, the whole continent, the whole world, the whole universe. So, you know, collectively raising the vibration, or being a light in the darkness, or holding up the white flag on the war zone of light and darkness, you know. So, you know, in our class, we're always trying to overcome the lower chakras and raise our vibration to the higher chakras always. So it's the same, climbing the ladder up to bliss, not climbing the ladder down to ignorance, if you know what I'm saying.
I want to raise mine as high as possible.
always climbing, always climbing, always climbing. But there's another step in the ladder to climb, always. But you know, keep going. You know, it's not a straight path like Patanjali says. It's a zigzag path. You know, you fall off the path. Some days are better than other days. Dust yourself off. Keep walking straight. So. Don't go lower, always go higher, my friend. Always go higher. So, you know, all our techniques are, you know, from the root to the crown, from the root to the crown, from the root to the crown, you know. You're always trying to bring up that vibration. You're not trying to exist in the lower vibrations like a pig rolling in the mud. And that's where most of the people do live, in the lower, you know, the 3 lower chakras. So they find, like I said, ignorance is bliss. They love that lower vibration. So so
the higher I raise my vibration, then I can burn off more karma. Is that how it works? I keep just keep going.
Well, all these processes, all your sadhana is basically burning your karma and not getting you attached to any karma. So, like I said in previous satsangs, in yoga they would say there's 3 types of karma: agama karma, pradrahara karma, and sanchita karma. So that basically equals like karma you've collected in your past life, present day karma, and future karma. So if you don't create no karma in this life, then there will be no future karma because you don't have any. So you're just basically burning that trash mountain of karma you've collected from all your incarnations when you're doing your sadhana. So any sadhana you do, asanas, pranayama, meditation, mantra japa, bhakti, is all indirectly burning your karma. So, but I mean, that's not the main reason I do my sadhana, but it's a added byproduct and benefit from doing your sadhana. So so just burn that big mountain of karma you have.
It's a great motivation.
Don't create no other karma, and there'll be no reason for future karma. That's basically what I do. But I mean, I don't really think about it. I just kind of, you know, Kriya means action, so we're action yogis. I just kind of do, and wherever it takes me, that's what happens. So they say Vedagurudev, when I get to the pearly gates or the council of elders, whatever you want to call it, they say, Vedagurudev, you burned this amount of karma. I said, all right, I wasn't trying, but that's good to know. So you're indirectly non-attaching yourself to karma and burning it. Let's say it like that. So I wouldn't think about it too much. You know, as Kriya yogis, we are doers. We're not really good storytellers, or how could I say, think about it. We just kind of do. Like let's take action. Let's see what happens. So that's always the question about all these Kriya yoga practice. When you read Autobiography of Yogi and all these books, they talk a lot about Kriya yoga, but they don't tell you how to do. So in our school, we cut the fat and we just do, you know? Like, you want to learn Kriya yoga? Here it is, all, you know? Be the best Kriya yogi you have. Send me messages, ask questions anytime. Come on these satsangs. We're open books. So like, just start doing. So that was my question. Okay, I understand Kriya yoga is the lightning path to enlightenment. How? And we kind of break that down in our Kriya yoga school for free. These are the 5 folds of Kriya yoga. This is who I am. This is what my lineage is. This is my parampara. Like, even me on YouTube, like every day I get like a chat, like, what is your lineage? You know, that's why I made that video, like right there, you know? So like cutting out the fat, you know, you love Kriya yoga, you resonate with it. Let's just practice it, you know, get started. There's simple, easy techniques. It's for everybody. Anybody can lie down on their back. Anybody could do Hamsa. Anybody could do any of these techniques. So just let's get started doing, you know? When you're vibrating on a higher frequency, they say it's a lot easier to you to connect to ascended masters or deities. So all these Kriya yoga practices are kind of clearing out and like purifying yourself. So as my guru would say, you're keeping your inner temple clean so God can come visit you. So like you're always trying to make this connection, like you're even pranayama, breathing from the root to the crown. You're always trying to bring your energy up to your crown chakra or your eyebrow chakra, your agna. So like these how would my guru say, like we always bring our energy up to the crown because Babaji's feet rest on the crown of your head. So they would always say, like the divine gateway, you're always trying to open your crown to higher realms if you want, or for Babaji to come have tea with you, let's say, you know. So I agree with what Shiva Angi says, like the more you do the inner work, the more attuned you come to these higher frequencies, and your house is more clean for these higher frequency beings to reach you. Let's say it like that. And you attract them more because your temple is clean, your ashram is clean, right? And they like to come to a clean ashram, as my guru would say. if you like rolling in the mud in the pit with the pigs, you'll attract pigs, you know. If you like vibrating on a higher frequency, you'll attract higher frequency beings, let's say it like that.
Speaking of, the purity and cleanliness of the body, I'd like to ask Shiva Angi, like, what her dietary practices are. Are you a vegetarian or what?
We had this discussion, like I want to be vegetarian, but sometimes I have chicken, like not every day, because in India, like maybe twice a week we can we eat non-veg. So like most of the time our food is completely veg. Like maybe sometime in a month I can eat twice or thrice chicken, because I had the habit, like my mom gave me chicken like when I was young, so I had this taste developed. So sometimes I feel I'm low on protein or something, then I crave for chicken. Or sometimes I feel like my mood is low and some food can make it like good, then I go for chicken. But my aim is to completely be vegetarian, like completely vegetarian, because it is said that when you slaughter an animal, it's in great pain, great suffering, and when you eat that, and those energy you will cultivate on yourself. So when I started seeing myself, whenever I had chicken or any kind of meat, after that my vibration, I could feel it has become lower, because the animal has been killed, he was in suffering, all the cells were suffering, and I'm eating those things, right? So I have, like earlier I couldn't recognize those low vibrations, but like from past 2 months I could sense it whenever I'm having non-veg. Maybe being impulsive, I don't have control sometimes, but I could sense it, my vibrations become low, I become short tempered, or something wrong happens. So I'm on a path of like completely quitting non-veg.
So I was already on the path of Kriya Yoga, and I already had the interest in Kriya Yoga, and I wasn't searching for a guru, but the guru kind of found me. You know what they say, when student is ready, the teacher appears, something like that. So it wasn't like I need to get a guru. I was just like, all right, well, let's see what happens. You know, Babaji wants me to go to the Himalayan mountains. I'm gonna go there and let's see what happens. You know, I didn't really have any expectations, and all this stuff kind of fell into place as I progressed on the journey, let's say.
And then can you tell us the story about how you found the guru? I like that little mystical thing where he was like, no, we're waiting for someone else, you know, that story.
Oh, so yeah, so I went to initiation in India, and my roommate was Ved Muni, right? So I showed up there, and Ved Muni was in the room, and he was like, welcome, brother, and he was telling me stories about his guru and everything, and I was like, okay, that's great. So I left that initiation. I don't know, let's say 6 months later, I was just going through my sadhana meditation, and back in Thailand, and I was just going through my daily practice, no expectations, wasn't asking for anything, just doing my regular sadhana. And in my meditation, I got a darshan, a message from Babaji, and it was basically like, my child, it's time for you to come home. And I said, where is home? And he said, the Himalayan mountains, Satupan Lake. So at this time, I read a lot of the books where the yogis went to Satupan Lake and they saw Babaji. There's many yogis who have seen him there. And I heard the stories. It was a difficult journey, 10 million rocks. You know, the Himalayan mountains are brutal. The wind, you know, Mount Everest, all that, right? So I basically said, I had some knowledge of what the Himalayan mountains were in Satupan Lake, and I said to Babaji back, I said, Babaji, please, Babaji, I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm not a mountain man. I'm not a camping. I hate the cold. Probably the greatest day in my life is when my father told me we're moving from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Miami, Florida. I said, thank you, God. God has shined his light on me. No more winter, no more snow, no more shoveling the driveway so my father could go to work, no more scraping the windshield, no more snow plow, none of that junk. Hello, sunny South Florida. God has shined his light on me. 3:05, I'm coming home, right? So, I basically told Babaji, listen, I'm a tropical guy. I live in Thailand. I'm from Miami, Florida. Me in the cold, those days are over. I don't like the cold, you know? I avoid the cold as much as I can, you know? My body is, I'm a warm-blooded guy now, right? I don't think I could go to the Himalayan mountains. And the message came back, don't worry, I'll clear the path for you. And I was like, how? And that's when the message came back. You have Ved Muni's WhatsApp app. Send him a message, call him. Tell him he will take you to Satupan Lake. I was like, no way, that's gonna happen, right? No, people have died up there. This is not a place where people are gonna take you, right? This is not there aren't tour guides who are gonna take you to a treacherous place, right? So I called Ved Muni, and I was like, all right, well, if you say call him, I'm gonna call him. He's not gonna do it, but I'm gonna call him anyway, right? So it's basically like, I called Ved Muni, and I was like, Ved Muni, you're not gonna believe this, but I'm gonna just tell you anyway. Babaji told me to call you, and he said you're gonna take me to Satupan Lake. And he was like, how do you know? And I was like, how do I know what? Babaji just told me to call you, and you would take me to Satupan Lake, right? And he was like, I heard him like talking in the background. He's like, I can't believe this. Oh man. He was like, I'm gonna call you back in an hour. Let me talk to my guru and I'll call you back. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, Babaji, I tried. He's not gonna take me. So he called me back in an hour and he was like, all right, you're not gonna believe this, but I'm gonna just tell you anyway, right? And I was like, okay, let's hear it. He was like, me and my guru got the message from Babaji that we were supposed to wait for somebody. And now we know that person is you. So get ready. I don't know how you know we were going to Satupon Lake. We've been planning this for the last 6 months. And magically, because he couldn't understand, like, how do you know we're going, right? I go, I don't know you're going. Babaji told me to contact you. He goes, oh man, I can't believe this. So we've been planning this trip to Satupon Lake, but we didn't want to go because we know we're waiting for somebody, right? Babaji said, wait for somebody. I'm going to send you somebody that's going to go with you. So we didn't know when or how or who, but now that you made this call and you told me this, and I told my guru, he said, get ready to go to the Himalayan mountains. So I was like, oh man, I'm definitely going, right? Like, there's no way to back out of this. So he was like, go to this store called Decathlon and buy some hiking boots, buy a hiking pole, buy some kind of cold weather. So, you know, like they have like a ninja mask which covers your everything but your eyes. So, you know, the wind is super strong there. So the wind is like super hitting your ears, you know? So you got to kind of cover your ears, and you got to, which is weird, you got to have suntan, like sunscreen, because the sun reflects off the snow and it burns you the same way you would go to the beach. So he was like, go to the store Decathlon, buy all this stuff I tell you. You know, you're going to need like a rain poncho in case it rains or whatever, right? So I was like, I live in Thailand. They ain't gonna have no hiking stuff. They have like beach stuff and warm weather stuff. So I looked it up on Google and I saw this store named Decathlon. They have like, I don't know, 20 kilometers from me in the city named Pattaya by my house. And I was like, all right, I'll go there, but they ain't gonna have no hiking stuff. And then I can go back to sleep and I don't have to go to the Himalayan mountains. Sure enough, I went in there. They had everything. Hiking boots, hiking poles, everything you need to climb a mountain. And well, I was like, how is that possible? And you know, so I bought all this stuff. I basically flew. This was probably like this was probably July. And then, no, this was probably August. In September, I flew to India. So it was probably like 3 weeks later. And I flew to Delhi. Ved Mooney told me, when you get to Delhi, take the train to, what's it called? Kathmandu, which is actually the Hydrocon station on the train. So, and we'll pick you up there. So Ved Mooney came in a car, picked me up. Then we drove like 3-4 hours up the Himalayan mountains to my guru's ashram, right? Soon as I got there, I was like, hello, Swami Vedananda, nice to meet you. He's like, yeah, enough of that. Stand there and let me scan you, right? So he scanned me for like 5 minutes, closed his eyes. He was, I guess, reading my energy and see if I was a true lover of Babaji. And after 5 minutes, he opened his eyes. He said, okay, let's go. You're good. Come on, let's roll, you know? So I basically stayed at his ashram for like, I don't know, like a week. And then we took the trip up the Himalayan mountains. And on the trip up the Himalayan mountains, that's when he said, I would like to be your guru, and I would like to, he decided he wanted to be my guru. I didn't tell him, like, I want you to be my guru. He told me, you know, so I was like, okay. So once we got to the cave above the Himalayan mountains, Satupan Lake, which is, they say, the ashram of Babaji, where many ascended masters have seen Babaji there and had an audience with Babaji. When we were in the cave, he said, I got a message from Babaji, and he told me to give you name Diksha, and your new name would be Vedagurudev. So that's basically a long story in the short form, but that was pretty long-winded too. So
I love that story.
That's basically how it happened. So
amazing.
And then I went around traveling with my guru all around India. You know, Ved Muni was there too, and we went to different places. We met all kinds of different spiritual. My guru wrote a book. It's called Kailash in the Quest of Self, where he basically, I think it was 2 years, walked around India. So he knows all the ascended masters from all spiritual traditions. Like, he knows them personally, right? So these techniques that we have is like a collection of what he got in all his spiritual travels around. So he knows all these people personally. Like, let's say Sri M, Sadhguru, you know, all yogis, right? So he knows who has good energy and who doesn't, because he actually walked the walk and talked the talk, if you know what I'm saying. So that was his quest, to go to all these spiritual places and see what really works and what doesn't work. So he has firsthand knowledge. So he is in the Himalayan mountains. He's pretty famous because all these yogis like him, and they understand his energy, his pure sannyasi swami kind of energy. So they like him. So he was able to get these techniques that probably normal people wouldn't be able to get. Let's say it like that.
That's a great story. You know, it always inspires me when I hear that story.
Yeah, truth is stranger than fiction. I couldn't make this up if I tried.
I mean, with everything I've learned, you know, I mean, there's just so many like aspects to this spiritual aspect, what's going on in the world, and it's just like, oh my God, this really is like the greatest show on earth that could only come from the mind of God, right?
True. And the spiritual things I've had an audience and seen firsthand, it's even hard to explain with words. Like, it's just so mind-blowing and so awe-inspiring that you like, wow, how can I even, with these ugly, crude kind of English words I have, how can I explain this such beautiful, spiritual, enlightening thing that I've seen or experienced myself?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, even me, I can't even. I live in a 2-story house, and when I walk up the stairs, I have 3 big pictures of me going up the Himalayan mountains. So it's almost like every day I go up the stairs, I'm going up the Himalayan mountain. Every day I go down the stairs, I'm coming down the Himalayan mountains. And sometimes I just stop, like in the middle of the stairs, and just look at that, like, how did that happen? Like, I don't even, how could I say, I can't even believe that happened. Like, how did I do that? Like, I'm not a mountain guy, or how did that come together? Like, it's almost like mind-blowing to me almost every day. Like, I'm like, how did a guy like me, a regular guy, get on this path and experience all this stuff? I can't even fathom it, right? Like, it's almost like mind-blowing to me every day. Like, how did that happen? Like, if you think with a rational mind or a logical mind, that's totally impossible, you know? Like, and the thing, it was even more better when I went up the Himalayan mountains. I felt like I was home. So I slept like a baby in a tent in the brutal Himalayan mountains. I never got better sleep in my life. I was like sleeping at my mother's house or my grandmother's house. It's like, oh yeah, here with Babaji. So like, I don't even know how that's possible. Normally you would be scared, or the elements up there are totally brutal. But I didn't care about any of that. I was just in La La Land in a blissful state the whole time. Like, ooh, look at this, Look how high that mountain is. I don't care. We're going up it, no problem. And it wasn't like painful, or it wasn't a hard struggle either. It was a total blissful thing. And I was totally enjoying the moment as much as I can. So that was even more like, I wasn't scared of a tiger eating me in the Himalayan mountains, because, like the story I told before, if the abominable snowman, the Himalayan Yeti, attacks us, what do we do, Baba? If the Himalayan Yeti gives us an audience and he's carrying divine power, we welcome him as our brother, and we ask him to have some chai or tea with us. We don't care if he's big and hairy, long as he loves God the same way we love God. That's all that counts. He is our brother. So, and I began to realize that if you carry like ahimsa, which is like non-violence energy, then you don't attract violence, because you don't radiate with violence. So it was a total blissful. The weather was great. They said this is probably the best weather we've ever seen in the Himalayan mountains. So my guru was like, you walk in front because you have the good weather. Babaji favors you. He clears the path for you. So a normally snowed out weather. I mean, Vedmuni went there like, I think a year before, and he almost died. He got snowed in. So the problem with the Himalayan mountains, they have like markers, which are basically stones stacked on top of each other. So you kind of know the way, because they have like glaciers, right? And if you step wrong, you'll fall into a glacier and die, So they have these markers, but when it snows, you can't see the markers. And there's 10 million rocks. So if you step wrong, you'll twist your ankle and game over, So basically, Vedmuni had the intuition that he should go here, Satupan Lake. He tried to go by himself. He got snowed in. His feet started to turn black because they were the frostbite. So he wasn't gonna be able to walk, and he basically just said, "I'm gonna die up here if I don't do something." And he just basically, when the sun came up, tried to go as far as he could, and I guess he slept in like a cave or something, halfway down, so it's a treacherous place. Let's say it like that. There have been people who have died there. The Indian government made me sign a form that if I died up there, they weren't responsible, because it's happened before, or they weren't going to come and get me. Like, you're on your own. Like, if you go, you're on your own. We take no responsibility, right? Make sure you sign this paper. So it was a highly unlikely thing, right? But yeah, so when I went up there, they were like, we've never seen the weather so good. The path has been cleared. And I almost felt that way. That was kind of my agreement with Babaji, right? Like, I'll go to the Himalayan mountains, but I don't want to die there, Like, I got a daughter. Clear the path, right? If I go, make sure we have good weather and the path is cleared and we have no obstacles or problems, or like I don't break my leg or something like that, And Babaji held up his part of the bargain. When we came down from the Himalayan mountains, Like right as soon as we came to the base, it started to snow heavily, right? So I was like, it was almost like Babaji was like, hurry up and get down. I'm holding the weather. Okay, you're down? Cool. You know? Snow, you know? Like the place that's at the base is called Barry Nat, right? And Barry Nat Temple, I went into one of the shops to like, I don't know how much are these mala beads or how much is this Shiva Lingam. And the guy had a picture of him up to his head in snow in front of Barry Nat Temple, which was right there. And I was like, oh, when did you take this picture? In the middle of winter? He was like, this will be in 1 week. And I was like, okay. So there's so much snow that they actually closed the city. Like you can't go there. It's closed. There's a window that you could go and there's a window that you can't go. So yeah, so when I came back, I realized, like, thank you, Babaji, for clearing the weather, because that would have not been pleasant if it wasn't for that.
I think I already know how you're going to answer this, Vedagurudev, but what gives you a sense of awe?
Well, what I said before is nothing at this point gives me a sense of awe. I've seen it all. I mean, nothing really surprises me, but a sense of awe, I would just say I have a sense of awe when I wake up in the morning. I see the sun, I put a smile on my face, I feel happy as can be, you know? Thank you, God. Babaji came to work, or the source came to work, or woo! Today is going to be a great day. I feel totally blessed just by opening my eyes and seeing the sun. I wake up with a super smile on my face, like, thank God. Because if I wake up and the sun's not out, I'm in big trouble. Well, I'm not in big trouble, but, you know, I'll just go into my deep Maha Samadhi in a sense. Like, all right, it's over here. Let's take the divine flight and let's get out of here. But yeah, I mean, everything basically at this point gives me a sense of awe, like just by vibrating my frequency. Nature is just so vibrant and so beautiful, and birds and animals and sun and grass, and you know, like I have to think what isn't give me a sense of awe right now. Everything gives me a sense of awe. Like you know, like I saw Cal made a post today, I think it was under my Babaji, it was like 1,000 words. I was like, whoa, I was blown away. I was like, wow, you know, like, you know, I just posted a couple words of some emojis. He wrote a whole paragraph and book. I was like, wow, you know, like he's feeling the Kriya Yoga energy, right? Like he is a true believer, right? You know. So
definitely.
Yeah, like all the videos our members post, like all the quotes, everything gives me a sense of awe, you know. And like yeah, so I find it hard to say what doesn't give me a sense of awe at this point, you know. Like I just wake up in a total blissful state of awe the whole day, right? Like everything is so great and so outstanding, you know. So
yeah,
I would definitely say every day I wake up surprised, waiting to see how Babaji surprises me, right? Like just when you think you've seen everything, here comes another state of awe that you haven't even contemplated, right? Like, you know, like, okay, well, we've had our Kriya Yoga school for a year. I guess we've run out of techniques. Wrong. Millions more, right? Like, you know, like what to do about demons? Agastir, we got it, you know. Let's go. So how could I say? My whole day is filled with awe and vibrance and beauty and gratitude for all the beautiful things that are around me. You come up the Himalayan mountains. How does that serve you right now? It doesn't. So it's good when you get up there, you kind of shed all these preconceived notions like, I am my bank account or I am my car, and you realize none of that serves you up in the Himalayan mountains in the cave. So, and you begin to really open your eyes, because in yogic texts they would say 99% of the people are sleeping with their eyes open. They're kind of zombies walking around thinking they know the secrets of the universe, but they really don't know anything. So once you start to really open your eyes and really experience your inner happiness, no one can really kind of sell you happiness. And that's the realization they really don't want you to come to.
Yeah.
Like, if you buy this iPhone, you're going to be more happy. Well, I already have happiness, and you're trying to sell me something that you don't have. Because only person that has my happiness is me. So I realize happiness is inside me as me. When you tell people that, they're trying to sell you stuff. They just want you to just walk away, right? We can't do anything with this guy. He's already come to that realization. So let's try to sell our junk to somebody else.
Yeah.
So
I don't,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, when I feel your energy, you feel like you're really free. You feel like you're being your true self. And I don't know, a question I've had for you for a while is like, why do you love Kriya Yoga so much? And when was the moment that you knew that this is all I want to do? When was that the moment that like, this is that it just clicked for you?
Well, why I love Kriya Yoga so much, because it really transformed my life. Like, it's not like a catchphrase or like a hook. It really did transform my life, because I was totally lost before I got on the path of Kriya Yoga. I was totally consumed. I thought I was a big shot, a big guy, because I had this car, or I had this amount of zeros in my bank account. So it really helped awaken me to the true purpose of life, or my true inner nature. So that's why I love Kriya Yoga, because it basically woke me up and gave me a total 180, like from where I was to here. That's why I say, if I could do it, anybody could do it. Because I was the worst Kriya yogi ever in the history of the universe. So I'm like the poster of somebody who could do Kriya Yoga. Like, if I could do it, anybody could do it. Like, I'm no enlightened being. I wasn't born into a yogi family or anything. So I came totally, I was totally 100% off the path of Kriya Yoga, and to really turn myself around and get on the path of Kriya Yoga, it's a true blessing. So I kind of feel like Kriya Yoga is, in my case, like better than winning the lottery. Because if I won the lottery, I would just spend that money. But Kriya Yoga is like lifelong tools that you carry with you forever. So no matter what happens in the world, I feel with Kriya Yoga, I have the tools to overcome any mountain that is presented in front of me, any river or any valley. No matter what I go through in life, I keep a equanimity perspective, and I can overcome anything with the practices of Kriya Yoga. So that's why I love it so much. Like, if Babaji can help me and Kriya Yoga can help me, then it could help anybody. Because I'm no special person. I'm just a regular guy on the path of Kriya Yoga. So I'm a testament. If I could do it, anybody could do it. And all of our members in our Kriya Yoga school are testaments too. Like, I'm sure all of our members have doubts in the beginning, like, what is this Vedagurudev talking this woo-woo mystical stuff about Kriya yoga? This don't work. It never works. And then you get a glimpse, or you get a little vision, like, oh, wait a minute, I feel pretty good today, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this kind of does work. That little Purnasudi complete yogi breath that I just went through it really did help uplift me. I remember when I went to Sri Lanka and I got initiated in the Kriya yoga, I was like, come on, this don't work. I don't even know why I'm here. This is a waste of time. Like, this is only for hippies and tree huggers. In California, they don't know what they're talking about. Then you get like a glimpse of the benefits of Kriya yoga. You're like, wait a minute, there's something here. Like, this is, oh, I never felt like this. This is different, you know? Like, so like you said, it's like a gym for your soul. Like, when you start practicing, even me, in the beginning, I didn't even practice wholeheartedly. I just wanted to get out of Sri Lanka and go back to my ego life, you know? So, but then when I went through the practice and I was like, wait a minute, there's something here. This is different. Like, this isn't like exercise. This is really uplifting my soul. And it's like soulfully freeing your soul, which is a beautiful thing also, right? Like, your soul is kind of trapped in this flesh kind of cage, right, of your body, and you're letting it shine. You're bringing it to the forefront when it's been so much to the background, and letting it just come out and shine, which is a very beautiful thing. So it's almost like a breath of fresh air, like, finally, this dummy gets it, you know? Let me breathe, you know? Let me shine. So you're bringing your ego kind of baggage to the background and your soul to the forefront, and letting it kind of shine and blossom. So that was a beautiful thing for me. So that's why I love Kriya yoga so much. It gave me the self-realization and the self-awareness to really let my soul kind of shine, you know?
Yeah, what I think.
What was the second part of your question?
What was there a moment that you were like, you know, I feel really good. This is Kriya. I don't know if there's like some moment like, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. There isn't anything else I want to do but Kriya yoga.
I mean, I would say the biggest moment was when Babaji hit me with his lightning bolt in Sri Lanka. That really kind of jump-started my car, if you know what I'm saying. Like, my battery was dead, and it kind of jumped me, you know, like, all right, I'm tired of waiting. Let's get to work right now. Yeah. Like, that's why I like Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. And now yoga, right? All right, you experienced
and now yoga.
Junk, DJing all around the world and whatever. Now we're gonna get the real work. Okay, Babaji, let's work. You know, so that was probably the most profound. But in hindsight, when I look back at that, it was more that I was so, all my chakras were blocked, all my nadis were blocked, my kundalini was not awoken, it was definitely asleep. So it kind of gave me the vision and the insight to see what was kind of possible. And so that was probably the moment I felt the most click. But I would just say, like, it was more gradual. It just felt good every day. So I didn't really have any expectations like, I'm doing this because I'm going to get to this place. It just made me feel good, and it uplifted me every day. So that's just why I kind of did it. And it's never lied to me or taken me in the wrong direction. It's always been a truthful, kind of soul-freeing kind of journey, I would definitely say. And I just enjoyed how it made me feel. Like, when you're a Kriya yogi, you don't get out of bed like, man. You get out of bed like, woo! Today we're gonna do the full wheel pose. You know, to other people that might look strenuous or struggling, but to me it was like, oh yes, today is Thursday. I'm gonna do the full wheel pose. You know, so I just enjoyed it. And when I went and did like normal daily activities, I missed my meditation cushion and I missed my sadhana and my yogic practices. So it's been a gradual kind of journey. I wouldn't say it happened besides Sri Lanka all in one time. I would just say it just made me feel good every day. So that's why I continued, and I wanted to see how far it could take me and where this path led me. So I would definitely say that I went into this. When I went up the Himalayan mountains, I'd asked my guru, I was like, Baba, what advice do you have for me? I'm not a mountain man. Come from Miami, Florida. I come from Thailand. I'm a tropical, non-mountain, cold weather kind of guy. What advice would you have? He said, the best thing he said, no expectations. Because if we have expectations, we'll get disappointed. But if we have no expectations, we can never be disappointed. So I always kind of kept that perspective, even with Kriya Yoga. Like, I don't really have any expectations. I don't really have any goals I'm trying to reach. I'm just doing my inner work and seeing where it leads me. So that would probably be the best thing I would definitely say. Like, it's been a blissful kind of journey, and I like how it makes me feel every day. And I just go with the flow and see where it takes me, and it's never really led me astray. You know, there's good days, like my guru would say, peaks and valleys, Vedagurudev, peaks and valleys. There are good days and there's, I wouldn't even say bad days, I would just say not as good as the previous day.
Yeah.
Because as yogis, we try to live in equanimity, so there's no good or bad. You know, that's this ego kind of perspective. So I would just say, yeah, so I really didn't have no expectations. I just kind of went with the flow, and wherever it took me, that's where it took me. And it's never really led me astray. It's been a totally blissful journey from beginning to end, and there's been many mountains to climb and many caves to sleep in, and many adventures, let's say it, many yogic adventures that I still find hard to believe that I did in the present moment. Like when I look back, I was like, how did that happen? Like a lot of unexplainable things, but I don't really try to make sense of it. You know, like I said in the previous Satsang, when I saw a fairy in the Himalayan mountains in the distance, I just said, cool, fairy. Just went in my tent, went back to sleep, or went in my cave and went back to sleep. I didn't try to make sense of it. I didn't try to touch it. I didn't try to go near it. I just said, cool, you know?
Yeah, you don't get attached to it.
Yeah, I wasn't attached to it. I kept my normal sleeping schedule. I didn't try to write a book about it. I didn't try to do anything. I just said, that's nice, you know?